Hello, creators. Thanks for dropping by. Before we get started, please hit that notification bell, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to share if these videos are helping you out. Had a little bit of an extended weekend, so this is our first video of the week. Uh, it's been a great. We've had school breaks, so it's been kind of a hectic change in the schedule. This is why we didn't have a Monday video, but getting things back on track. So today's video thought is an interesting one because it's I've spent a lot of time embodying this and thinking about it when I was very young, or much younger, or less old, less young. I had a very violent childhood because I grew up in a city where violence was normal. Violence was a part of kind of school and everything else, and so I could relate a bit to this. And when I was much younger, I've been doing it now for 30 some odd years. I started practicing martial arts and still practicing it. I mean, now it's mostly for myself. Used to have a dojo. We closed it because of COVID, but we had the dojo for 11 years, so it was doing well. And so this thought is attributed to Miyamoto Musashi, who's a famous swordsman. And the thought is the ultimate aim of martial arts is not having to fight. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, that doesn't make any sense because if I'm training in martial arts, it's to be able to defend myself and to learn how to fight and to learn how to take someone out if I have to. But those who know how to fight, those who know how to really use violence, most of the time, unless they have an imbalance somewhere, are very reluctant to use it. Even back in historical times, a samurai wouldn't draw his sword easily because it was a 33% chance of survival. So you think twice if every time you started something, you had a 33% chance of coming out of it okay, because it was either 33% chance of coming out of it unscathed, 33% chance of being maimed, or a 33% chance of dying. So if those were your odds, you would think twice, maybe 3 times, 4 or 5 times before starting something violent or taking an action that can result in violence, because you only had a 1/3 chance of really of walking away without any injury. And Miyamoto Musashi in history he was undefeated and he fought over 60 battles, and he came up, according to what people say, he came up with this thought, and it's really profound because he says the ultimate aim of martial arts is not having to fight. And I realized this over my time in training, that the more you learn, the more you practice, the more dangerous you become, the less you're willing to use that knowledge. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? And the more that you could hurt other people, the less you want to hurt them. The people who are quick to cause damage, who want to hurt other people, don't know what that entails, what it entails to hurt someone else, or have a certain amount of rage within them that they can't control, or feel powerless and express it that way. Like when people feel like they can't do anything and they have no agency and they can't control their life, they lash out. The people who could actually do damage, the people who could actually hurt someone else, the people who could take someone else's life because of their training are very reluctant, not only to use what they know, but to even express or share that they know what they know, because it's dangerous, right? And the ultimate aim of martial arts, and when I use martial arts in this term, it's not just like a martial arts you go to a school. Martial arts in the terms of the art of warfare, the art of, like that includes military arts, it includes anything that's regarding warfare. The art of martial arts is to not have to fight. It's a deterrent. Because guess what? The more you know, it's interesting. The more you know, the more people who would target you are reluctant to do so because of the way you carry yourself, the way you stand, the way you speak. All these things get translated. So, what am I trying to tell you with this thought? It's not just a matter of practicing martial arts. To translate it into your life, because this has to do with warriorship. To be a warrior is not just to talk a good game, it's to embody it in every part of your life. Like that saying, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. It's okay to be a warrior. It's okay to be dangerous. It's okay to be lethal and have those skills. But you have to temper them. You have to control them. And you have to be gentle. You have to, you don't want to fight. If you're looking and picking fights, you shouldn't be learning this stuff because you're gonna hurt yourself and you're gonna hurt other people, and eventually it will catch up with you. So the ultimate aim, because as you're polishing yourself, as you're perfecting your skill and practicing and practicing and practicing and training, and you want to get better. That ultimate aim is so that you never. It's a weird paradox. You're training to become so skilled that you never have to use your skill. It's amazing, and it sounds contradictory, but that's the way it is. So I want you to take this thought with you today. That the ultimate aim of martial arts is not to fight, but in terms of conflict, in terms of interpersonal relations with other people, when you have confrontations and situations, you want to be able to not have to engage in negative interactions. You want to be so skilled at getting along with people and speaking with other people that you can just resolve situations without negative outcomes. That's not easy to do, I know, but it's possible. Apply this idea of the ultimate aim of martial arts is not having to fight, and put that in your life. You don't want to have to fight. You can resolve things peacefully, but you want to be so skilled that the fight is never really necessary. And above all, be uncommon. Have a great day. See you on Friday.